our ground, air, and ambulance plan, accident insurance, and annuity. So when I take time to listen to what you have, it
Yes.
allows me to fill in those gaps and what you need. So that is everything that I like to do. Even if I don't sell anything,
Right.
I want that conversation. Usually, when we buy a policy, we get it in the mail, and the only thing we see is that money come out of our account every month.
Absolutely.
So I want to
Absolutely.
bridge that gap to educate my clients on what they have, even if it's something that I didn't sell them.
Right. And I've been knowing you now, Debbie, for a while. And I love the fact that you're very personable
Thank
with
you.
people. You get to know them. So it's not about a product. It's not about just pushing something. You're concerned about what they need to have. I mean, there's
Yeah,
been several occasions. You live in Tifton, Georgia, but there's been
yeah,
several occasions where you've been at events here in Florida.
yeah.
And I applaud you for the work that you do.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
yes. So the next question that we have is how can your clients benefit from your services?
The foremost benefit is just getting that ease of going, okay, that's why I
Yeah.
have that cancer insurance. That's why I have that life insurance. And then knowing that there are options to protect. Um,
Yes.
I first started out in this part of insurance and dealing with people who retired from education. So long term care was always a good thing to talk about. And that eases our mind of
Yes.
not being a burden to our family. So that's what I really love about what I do is I can take that burden from my customers and show them a solution for it.
I love it. And you have personally had experience yourself with long-term care. Is that correct?
I have. My mother was diagnosed with dementia and
Right.
then colon cancer, and I was able to put in place before that a home care policy. So we were
What a
able to keep
blessing.
her at home. Yes. And knowing that there was a little bit of money coming in to help pay for that.
Right.
So
Because
it was a
it's
tremendous
expensive.
blessing.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's expensive. Like you said, for the long-term care.
Yes. But it's well worth it. I had someone tell me if you want to put long term care in perspective,
Right.
yeah, it can be expensive. You could spend 200, 300, $400 a month paying on a long-term policy for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. But you
Right.
have to decide, do you want to make a check for $300 a month or
Right.
a check for $6,000 a month, which is right now what the average cost of a long-term care facility
And,
is.
and that's what I mean when I say it's expensive. Like just what you
Yes.
just highlighted is 6,000 if you don't have the long-term care. So why
Yep.
not, like how you said, invest in your family and in yourself and spend three, like you said, $400 per month.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So outstanding. So the next question that we have for you is how many years have you been an expert in this area?
I've been a in the insurance field for 22 years. I've
Wow.
been with AMBA for 6 years. So
Okay.
I've been in, I tell people I've dabbled in every parts of insurance from commercial to um, life insurance to home and auto insurance. This is my favorite because I really get that more personal care and we
Yes.
really take care of that insurance that is really concerning and fills those gaps where it can really be a blessing to a family.
Okay, that's awesome. Awesome. And thank you for answering that question. And have you experienced a need for the services yourself or like your family or friends, like the services
Yes,
that you offer?
I love that my customers now become my friends. So it's probably at least once a month now that I've been with
Okay.
AMBA for 6 years that I've helped a customer file on her ground, air, and ambulance plan. I met
Wow.
with her and reminded her when she told me she went by ambulance. I said, "Oh no!" And so and then she said, "Oh yeah, that's right. I have that policy, right? Send me your invoice." So it really feels nice to help at that time. So my customers don't have to call an 800 number. They're welcome to. They have an 800 number on their policy, but they want to talk to somebody who they talk
Right.
to with a policy. So, and I love
Right.
helping a retiree that's taking care of her husband that has Alzheimer's. helped her
Okay.
file on her home care policy with him. So I love that part because that is the other side, not just when you buy the policy. There is the other side of when you need it.
And that ambulance package is everything, like you said, because
Yes.
especially like I love traveling. I mean, I'm getting ready to go on a cruise in June, to the
Ah,
Bahamas. And I think you told me of a situation one time where a family, they were out of the country and everything was taken care of them, even their family. So
yes.
that I have never even heard of a company offering that type of benefit.
Yes.
So that's
NASA is the premier company and the only one that offers to cover you anywhere in the world. Wherever you go,
wow.
they're going to get you home. Whether you're on a cruise ship, whether you went to Jamaica, whether you
Yes.
went to Italy, or I've written that policy for several people who go on mission trips. You know,
Wow. Mission trips.
so, most of the time we don't think about going. We're out of the country, we're in a strange city.
That's
But
it.
when you're on the mission field, you're in a place that doesn't have medical facilities.
No, and it could
So
be
Mass,
expensive.
that's right. So Mass is going to
Right.
send a medical jet to get you out of there and get you safely home.
Wow. And then tell us, just for the ones that are watching and even the ones that come later, it's very inexpensive. So tell us the estimate of how much it would cost to have a plan like
Mhm.
this.
Yep. Florida, you get a discount. If you're single, it's $24.17 a month.
Wow.
You and a spouse, and even your children are $32.50 a month. In Georgia, we pay a little more. We're $27 a month single
Wow.
and 35 for a family. And
That you
so it
can't beat
covers
it.
you anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world. That you can't beat
Yes.
that at all. Because
Yep.
I think you were telling me like the visits with the hospital was like, and it was expensive. And like you said,
Yes.
it's not included in the plans like how they used to be. So
Yes.
people need to know that. They
Yes.
need to know it.
Yes.
Wow, awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the information you're providing to us this evening. Now, the next question that we have for you is if you can tell us about some of your upcoming events. So, what are some of the upcoming events that you have coming
Uh-huh.
up?
If you're in Georgia,
Yes.
Lee County area, May 10th on Tuesday, we're doing a lunch and learn.
Okay.
So anybody that's listening in the Tifton, Albany, Lee County areas, welcome to come join us. Then I'm coming down at the end of May. I believe that's May 28th to Lady Energy to the B spot for the pop-up
Oh, the
store.
B spot.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm going to be down there for that on that Saturday from 11 to 2. So I'll be in Daytona.
That's going to be
They
awesome.
and I'll be there for the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So, sometimes if somebody can't come out to the event, I can
Right.
certainly come see you Saturday night.
That's it. I love it. And you don't, it's not a small distance for you. Like I said earlier, you travel 4 hours away.
Yes.
Dedication. Talk about dedication. Yes.
Well, have car will travel. Boys are
Yeah.
grown. Hubby can take care of himself. So, and I get to reconnect with my friend Angie. So
Yes.
that makes it
Angie B.
important. And the other people that I have friended as well, Lady Energy, and I understand Rosie will be there. So that's
Yeah,
the fun part, is just open the door to a whole bunch of new friends.
it certainly does. It certainly does. Yeah. So the other question that I have is what's the best way for our audience to reach you? What's the
My
best way?
my cell phone is the best, that 229-392-6983. You're welcome to call or text. Email, of course, I wish I could have a say in what my email address was because they spell it out the long way.
Yes.
Debbie.Scarborough@amba.info. But email is fine, or text or call.
Okay, awesome. Well, once again, we thank you. This is going to be something that we continue to do. It's not going to be just about the month of April. So we definitely going to have you come back again. And
Okay.
any questions that you have for Debbie, you can always, like she said a minute ago, send it to her cell phone number, which is 229-392-6983. And as she mentioned earlier, we also provided her email address. So if you need to have a one-on-one discussion with her, she would be more than happy to assist you. And you couldn't pick a better person to get assistance with. She's going to be honest with you, and she's also going to look out for your best interests. So once again, Debbie, we thank you for being here with us this evening. Don't go too far away because we may have
Yep.
some questions that come up and we may have to get you to come back in. So
Thank
at
you so
this
much.
time, you're welcome so much. So at this time, we're going to go ahead and bring our couple in. We got another powerhouse. We got Debbie as a powerhouse, and we have some other powerhouses. So give me just one moment. Hello, how are you doing today? We are blessed. Can you hear me on your end? Hello? Dexter, can you hear me on your end?
Mike is unmuted. Oh, can you hear me now?
Okay. Okay. So right now we're blessed and fortunate to have a tag team, a powerhouse in finances. We have Dexter, which we have in front of us, and then we have his lovely wife, Calen. And they're going to be able to tell us about finances as well at this time. So before we get started, Dexter, if you could go ahead and introduce yourself to our audience, please.
Hi everyone. My name is Dexter Valmond, and I'm a half of a team, financial service business with me and my wife, Calen.
Yes.
And we're based out of Florida, Orlando, Florida.
Orlando, Florida. That's close for me.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and thank you so much for answering that question for us. Now, can you tell us why it was so important for you to participate in this month's April financial literacy? Why was it so important to you?
Well, it's an observation that we have, and we're extremely passionate about educating people about their finances. And we do it all the time, every day
Yeah,
we can. So when a situation like literacy month comes up, we jump at every opportunity to do it.
that's it. And we have somebody from Orlando saying hello. I'm Dexter. It looks like Savita
Savita, okay.
Savita Brooks. She's saying hello.
Come
So
and say hi, Savita.
thank you for being here with us this evening. Now, the next question that we have is what types of services does your business offer to clients?
Well, we take an educational approach to teaching people basic financial concepts so that they feel comfortable making better decisions about their financial future. You know, we help businesses, individuals, families from all walks of life
Yes,
try to build a better reach the financial goals. So we specialize in the tax-free and risk-free cash accumulation and preservation strategies for everyone.
and it's important. I think that's a topic that we don't discuss enough. Just like with insurance, we don't discuss finances when
I
it
agree.
comes to like our families, our friends, and even ourselves. We don't want to talk about finances. So I applaud you and your wife for doing what you do out there to
Thank
make
you.
a difference.
Thank you.
So the next question that we have is how can your clients benefit from the services that you offer?
All right. I feel like we bring a huge value to the clients because since we have contracts with over 150 top financial companies,
Oh, that's
we
quite
don't
a
have, yeah, we don't have a specific product that we offer.
okay.
Our goal and our direction is to educate people, find out exactly what they're looking for, find out what they need, and match them up with the correct product with the correct company. So I
Okay.
think that's a huge benefit for them.
Okay. Awesome. I love it. I love it. And thank you for answering those questions. And I know we want to also get Calen to be a part of it. So I'm gonna go to like a commercial, make a couple of announcements. That way the two of you can kind of switch out. Once again, we have Dexter, we have a powerhouse just between everybody. Debbie's here with us this evening. We have Dexter here with us. We also have Calen. And we're excited about being able to change things, not only for the month of April, but even beyond April. So at this time, I'm going to give me a second. We just want to say thank you for being here with us, whether you're watching us through Facebook or you watching us through YouTube. This is a commitment that we're going to not only carry out on the month of April, we're going to be carrying it out beyond April. So we thank you for being a part of the show this evening. We're not finished. We still have so much more to share with you this evening. If you have any questions for us, please put it in the YouTube channel. You can also do it in Facebook, but we're able to see it really quick when you put it in the YouTube channel. Share this with others because, like we said earlier, it's important to talk about insurance. Insurance can hit home with all of us. I know I have stories. I know Debbie has stories. I even know that Calen has story, and Dexter as well, even when it comes to finances. Many times we shy away from talking about these subjects, but no more. After the month of April, we will not have any excuse at all to be able to shy away from it. So I just wanted to also announce that, just make a couple of quick announcements. In the month of June, they're actually having a women's conference in Orlando, Florida. It's called the Women's Conference Getaway for boss women, and it's going to be phenomenal. Check it out through Everbright. It's the dates that they have. It's going to be June 23rd to June 26th. And I also want to take a moment to say congratulations to Stan Harrison. He did his ribbon cutting today. So proud of him. He has a brand new book out, and I'll put the details about how you can actually get his book as well. So at this time, we're going to go ahead and turn it back over to Dexter and also Calen, and we're going to go ahead and continue our conversation. So please let us know where you're from. We want to know what state you're coming in from watching us. And if you have any questions, as we mentioned before, do not hesitate. We have Debbie here. We also have Dexter and also Calen. So any questions that you have, this is the best time for you to go ahead and submit those questions. So give me just one moment. And give me 1 second. Let's switch that out. Okay, and welcome. It's wonderful to see you, Calen. Yeah, thank you for being here with us this evening. Husband and wife team. I tell you, that just does something to me. Just seeing the two of you work together and be able to assist people when it comes to their finances, give them that excellent advice that they need to have. So my question at this time for you is, how many years have you been an expert in this area?
Wow, that's a great question. We've
Yes.
actually been licensed professionals since 2017.
Okay, 2017. Wow. So 5 years. You and Debbie got something in common. 5 years.
Yeah.
Wow. Awesome. Awesome. Now, why did you feel that this was important to be able to deal with finances and help people with their finances?
Oh boy. We see so many failures in
Yes.
society, so many.
Yes.
And most people don't plan to fail, they just fail to plan. We hear that all the time.
Absolutely.
There's definitely a big need for financial education and financial planners.
Absolutely.
Because we're so passionate about the educating, it was unfair to sit by and watch our families, most of all, be uninformed.
That's
And
true.
the data doesn't lie. So
It doesn't.
Americans struggle with financial literacy, and while we're slowly making progress, we still have a long way to go. And that's our company mission of No
I love
Family Left Behind.
And that's a great mission. I remember when I was in banking, and we used to go to the schools with the little babies and say, okay, if you had, let's say, $50 or $100, how would you spend that money? You know,
Right.
instead of you spending it, why don't you try saving it? And like you said, it's a needed conversation,
For sure.
very needed. So like I said earlier, I applaud you and your husband for specializing in that area. So the next question that we have is, have you experienced a need for the services yourself
Oh,
or
boy.
your family or your friends? And if you can give us some examples, if you don't mind, please.
What I can do is I can give you a short list of statistics,
That sounds great.
right?
We'll
So
take it.
You have, I'm all about statistics because it says volume. So
Yes.
53% of adults are financially anxious,
Wow.
right? 2 out of 3 families, they lack an emergency fund. You
Wow.
know, they don't have $400
My.
for emergencies.
400.
78% of adults, 78% live paycheck to paycheck,
Mm.
right?
Serious.
3 in 5 adults don't keep a budget.
Wow.
54% of millennials are concerned about student loans.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. And
It
then
certainly is.
one more is that 60% of adults have credit card debt just in the past year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that says a lot in itself. Like you said, it's needed. It's
It's a lot.
needed.
That's a
Mhm.
lot.
It certainly is. Thank you for sharing those statistics with us, because I didn't know it was like that. That's
Yes.
quite a bit.
Yes.
Wow. So the next question that we have is great, and thank you once again. How has your business been a blessing to others these past 2 years?
Oh boy. That's a great question.
Yes.
So I believe the pandemic has brought more attention to the topic of financial literacy. And just like after the financial crisis that we had about a decade ago, there's
Yes.
a recognition that people are being left behind,
That's
right?
true.
People are forced into retirement. We help them move their 401ks into safer products.
Yes.
People are nervous about not being properly protected with life insurance for themselves and their families. Also, people lost jobs, and we are able to bring them in as new business associates
Yes.
with our firm.
I love it.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that. Now, if you have any questions, as we mentioned earlier, we definitely want it to be about you. So please put the questions in. I think I see a question in here, and let me see what it says. It says, how do you determine how much life insurance you need? So I'm gonna switch over for a second, and we're gonna come back to you, Calen, because we have Debbie here who can answer that question. So don't
Absolutely.
go anywhere. We're coming right back to you in just a moment. Great question, by the way. So, Debbie, we have a question on here. I'm going to repeat it again.
Uh-huh.
And it's by, if I say your name wrong, please forgive me. I believe it's Savetta Brooks. And it says, how do you determine how much life insurance you need?
That is a great question. That is a great question. And unfortunately, it's not an answer. But the best way I could answer it is where you're at in your life. When you're younger, you're looking at life insurance to cover your debt, your house, raising family. So the first thing you want to do is list that part. Then that determines how much life insurance you have. As we get older, and you're talking about, depending on your age, when you're talking about over 55, once you're getting closer to retirement, you get closer to retirement, you think you're looking for insurance for final expense burial. So your life insurance needs change throughout your life, even as a child. Children need life insurance. Well, why does your child need life insurance? There's lots of different reasons for that. And student
Absolutely.
loan was mentioned. And if unfortunately something happens to someone who is 23, 24, that debt is going to follow them depending on if a parent co-signed for that loan. Then the parent of
Absolutely.
that 25-year-old, 27-year-old that passed away is responsible. So there's lots of little factors that go into how you determine how much life insurance, and it's good to sit down and review that at least every 3 to 5 years because
I
your
love
needs
it.
change depending on your financial situation.
Absolutely. So thank you for answering that, Debbie.
Yes.
So I'm going to switch back over and we're going to go back to Calen. Don't go anywhere just in case we have another question for you. Okay. And thank you for answering that.
Yes, ma'am.
Hold on for 1 second. Okay, so thank you for switching out for a moment. So I have a question for you personally, myself, Calen. What has been the most rewarding time for you, like with any family? Of course, you don't have to give us their name or anything, but just give us like one situation. One situation.
So, gladly,
Yeah.
just because I know I have a good one. So our grandchildren,
Yes.
ages 3 and 1, have a plan already that ensures that they'll become financially secure as they grow and their needs change over their lifetime.
I love it.
Super, super important for us.
And you said they're 3 and 1?
Ages 3 and 1,
Wow,
yes.
what a legacy. What a legacy.
And you can start very early, just having these plans in place.
That's
So,
important.
yeah,
I love it.
yes.
But that's a great time, like you said, to start. And we a lot of times we don't think about that. But I mean, like I said, what a legacy to leave behind to your grandkids.
Exactly.
Wow.
We also get
Awesome.
invited to events like this to share our knowledge and experience with others. So
That's
that's
so
a
cool.
rewarding experience.
Right. You just went to an event recently. You want to tell us about that event?
Um, that was last night. Today is Wednesday. Yes, last night. We have what's called Women Making an Impact.
Okay.
And that's every last Tuesday of the month.
Okay.
And the next one, I believe it's going to be May
I think you said 24.
24th.
Right.
Yes, at 7 o'clock. So every last Tuesday in the month, we have that session, and women make an impact in the world. So
That's it.
yes, that's very important and dear to our heart. So
Absolutely, absolutely. I love it. So I'm going to get you to tell our audience how they can reach you, and I'm going to switch the information out. Let's put your information up here. But if you
okay,
can also tell them as well, please.
okay. So the best way to reach us, for myself, my number is 407-756-9786. To reach Dexter, it's 407-670-8824. Our email is kdex. Did you get that? Calen Dexter. You catch that?
Yes.
It's kdex financial, I'm sorry, at gmail.com. We have a Calendly link for appointments. It's calendly.com at kdex financial. We also have a message line that is 321-422-0033. Feel free to call, leave a message. We'll get back to you within 24 hours.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for sharing that information with us.
Yeah.
So as you heard it first here from Calen and also Dexter, we're going to be coming back, bringing you more information. You can look forward to this. This is not anything that's going to stop this month because, like we said, there's a need. There's a need for insurance. There's a need to be able to talk about finances. And I'm going to bring Debbie back up, and that way we all can just tell you thank you for being here with us this evening, whether it was through Facebook or whether it was through YouTube. You made this evening possible for us. So we just want to say thank you for being a part of it. We love the questions that came up, and we will let you know in advance. Continue to check through the Triumphant Magazine channel, and we'll let you know when we have another one of these coming up because we have so much that we want to share. This is the year where we're going to continue to do better in our finances, whether it be insurance, and we can do it. We can do it together. So we just want to say thank you. Ladies, before we disconnect and everything, any last minute comments? I'll start with Debbie first, and then you're going to bring us home. So any last minute comments you would like to leave with our audience today? Debbie?
It's important to continue talking conversation. So I just encourage everyone to start the conversation with family and friends because if they don't know what you have, they can't help. And start the
Absolutely.
conversation.
Start the conversation. That's the starting point. Just like how we did this evening, we had to start, and we're going to continue to keep it up. So, Calen, any last minute comments you would like to leave with our audience?
Yes. We encourage everyone to get a free financial needs analysis done.
Yeah.
And you must sit with a licensed professional and,
Okay.
and get it done. Taking advice from an unlicensed friend or uncle or brother is really not the way to go. Get it
No.
done professionally.
Absolutely.
Also, we'd like to extend a sincere thank you for inviting us and having us share what we do with your audience, especially during this month,
Absolutely.
Financial Literacy Month. And we appreciate you and all that you do for the community.
Well, listen, I appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen, for being receptive. And not only that, you're men and women after you said what you were going to do, and you did it. And I just want to mention this too. If you haven't actually received a copy of the Triumphant Magazine, please get it. You will be able to find more information out about Debbie. She has an article in there. We also have been blessed to have an article completed with Dexter and also Calen. And we also have Dr. Joyce. So I'm going to put it on the Triumphant Magazine page where you can download it and look at it for yourself. So that will be free. Normally we charge for it, but we're going to put it out there for you to be able to enjoy the incredible stories. Follow them. They're on Facebook. They're on, I believe they're on Instagram too, but you can find their information. So follow them. Okay. And like I said earlier, we'll come back. I think, give me 1 second before we go. Give me 1 second. I see Dr. Joyce. Let me see. Give me 1 second. We're not going to go just yet. Let's get Dr. Joyce. So I'm going to get you ladies to come back in just a moment. Give me 1 second. Hello, Dr. Joyce.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Was I joining at the right time? Because
It's okay. It's always the right time as long as you're here. So yes. So give me just 1 second. We're going to switch out information.
Okay.
And we're fortunate right now to have Dr. Joyce with us. Dr. Joyce is the income maximizer. So Dr. Joyce is in the house. So we're so grateful to be able to see you here this evening.
Thank you.
So at this time, if you could just introduce yourself to our audience, please.
Gotcha. I'm Dr. Joyce Perry. I'm known as the income maximizer, and I like to show people how to maximize the power in you and your income too, to make a difference by using your God-given gifts and talents. So that's in a nutshell of who I am and what I do.
I love it. You said for them to be able to do what? Use their God-given talents and gifts. I love it. I love it. And just the name itself, the income maximizer. Wow. Power in that name. So our next question for you, Dr. Joyce, is why was it important for you to contribute during the month of April for Financial Literacy Month? Why was it so important to you?
It's important, especially at a time like this and going through the pandemic and such. People need hope. They need a change, and they need to know that they can make it. And not just even now, but at any time, that it can be a game changer, that even if they've lost their jobs, they can use their God-given gifts and talents and make it count and make a difference and actually make a great income and a living off of it.
That's it. I'm telling you, these 2 years have been crazy, but it seemed like, to me, God has taken us out of our comfort zone. Just even like with the magazine, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to do hard copies. And then out of it came the audiobooks, and from the audiobooks came the digital copies. Yes. So I tell you, like you said, it helps us get it gave us a different perspective. Yes. Which is outstanding. So my next question for you is, what type of services does your business offer to your clients? What type of services?
Got you. So we offer coaching, we offer group coaching, also showing people. So we have different courses, and that's what now we are pivoting to put them online. But we normally meet every Monday for Maximizers Mondays, and where it's an hour of power, it's a no excuse zone. So you walk in and you knowing that it's on really, but we show you how we do saving success, reaching your potential, credit success. Yes. It's a array of a house buying success. It's a lot of various modules in what we do each and every day.
I love it. I love it. And that's great. Awesome that you have that available. So the next question that we have is, how can your clients benefit from your services?
They can benefit, like, for example, if they wanted to buy a house, we help them to look at their credit up to their comfortable level. So if they rather us look at it, we will look at it, point out what can be changed, what can be done so that it can benefit them, so we can help them to maximize their income and maximize their potential as they do those different things. And so whether it's house buying, whether it's savings, you name it, it's like the light bulb come on and it's a game changer. And even like giving them challenging goals each week. Let's say to go in your house and sell something out of it. We all have something we're not using.
Absolutely.
So it's a game changer.
I love it. That is a game changer. And I love how you put the emphasis on, helping people to be able to get homes, showing them what they need to do to get their credit in order so that way they can obtain that home. And like you said, there's so much stuff that we have in our house that's money that we can turn it around and have that money. So awesome. Excellent job on your part. Now, the next question we have is, how many years have you been an expert in this area?
Been doing it for 15 years. I started out in the churches and was doing it and coaching premarital couples. So helping them to have that finance part of it right. And so really, because you can have peace. If that money part is right, it's like the peace and everything comes with it. So that's where I actually started out doing it in the church.
And I'm looking at the notes on here. Someone, actually, it looks like it's Calen and also Dexter. They said they love the name Income Maximizer. Thank you. They love the name. How did you come up with that name?
I just really asked God I said, you've changed the people name in the Bible. Give me a name. What is my name? And I always keep a set of index cards on my nightstand. So that morning it was like the Income Maximizer. Yeah. And I was like, okay, this is great. But I'm like, okay, God, now I need a jingle. And so you have to give me the jingle, and I'll share the jingle with you when we're getting ready to close. And when I looked at everything that I do, all of my paperwork, it was like maximizing, empowering you and your income too. So it's like, yeah.
I love it. Hey, we want them to maximize it.
Yes.
Do it, Lord, do it. Yeah. Okay, so thank you for answering that. The next question that we have is, why was this area of concentration important to you? Why was it so important? Because you could have focused on anything.
Yes, because me seeing my parents growing up, we lived in a rural area, and as we would go out to the store, they would have, it wasn't like credit cards is today, but they were writing it on the books, and the stuff was high, and the amount that they paid for that by the time they got paid each week. When my light bulb came on, I started bringing my family in because I'm like, come, learn, see, get this. And so it was something, that's why I say I did it for free for years.
Yes. I love it.
Yes, that was a game changer, because that wasn't the way I wanted to live. And or teach my children to live that way.
Game changer. I love it. I love it. My pastor always says there's like borrowed sense or bought sense. And the borrowed sense is, like how you said with your parents, you learned. You learn from them. And then the bought sense is you go the hard way. You even though you see the mistakes been made, you're going in that same path. So I love it. So the next question that we have for you is, have you experienced, well, you pretty much answered it in that, but I want you to still answer it a different way. Have you experienced a need for your services yourself or for someone else? That it could be a friend or a family member?
Yes. Most definitely. So let's say like at the UAB here in Birmingham, we usually before COVID, we did the girls round table, but teaching them how to write a check or what to do. And even with my son, I made it mandatory for his friends, come to Maximizers Mondays. And I began to teach them how to save. Yes. So I began to teach them how to save and how to build and how they can do to help their parents save, especially if they were single parents' homes. Because my kids was at that time single parent after being married 20 years. It made a big difference.
Oh, it does.
So
it does make a big
it has
difference.
changed their lives. And to get the emails or the texts and say, hey, now we are pre-approved to buy the house, or
Wow.
it just
does something to you. It does something to you.
Yes.
For sure. For sure.
Yes.
Wow, that's a blessing. And you said called it Maximize Mondays.
Maximizers Mondays.
Wow, I love it. I love it. That is so awesome. So at this time, do you have like any upcoming events that you would like our audience to know about?
So, well, one of the events that I have, but it's not virtual, it's live here in Birmingham. And so
Okay.
on May 14th, we're doing Money and Funny. It's comedy. And
Okay.
so to get people more into about the money, we
That's
doing
it.
comedy with it, but it helps it to go over easily. And,
That's
you know, it's really, I've done it for years, but we stopped during COVID. And so now starting to back up and doing a lot of the live trainings that we've done. So that's one of them that's coming up. The other one, we haven't decided completely on the date for July, Reaching Your Full Potential, but that one will be virtual and in person.
Okay, awesome. That's going to be really nice. That's going to be really nice. And what's the best way for our audience to reach you, Dr. Perry?
They can reach me by the phone number that's on the screen, 205-578-8924, or they can connect with me on Facebook with Dr. Joyce Perry, the Income Maximizer. Those are the best two ways, or by email, jperry@destinyheadquarters.com.
Okay, outstanding, outstanding. So any last minute remarks or comments you would like to leave with our audience today?
I would just like to tell them to maximize. And even in this statement, I'll share the jingle that God gave me. And that's, I'm the income maximizer, the greatest strategizer, sent before you, not to bore you, keeping it live with strategies for life for you to create, dominate, thrive, and maximize. And that's what I do.
Listen, I'm pulling that down. I need you to send me that. Listen, I'm gonna bring everybody up because I know y'all felt that. I'm gonna bring y'all back to the camera. Oh my gosh. Did you hear what you gotta say that one more time? What Debbie, where you at? Debbie? Debbie will be back up here in a second. I see her, but I don't see her for some reason.
You're on there.
Yes.
I don't know where Debbie is. I saw her, but she's not up here for some reason. Okay, so did you just hear? You got to say that one more time for me.
Yeah, I'm the income maximizer, the greatest strategizer, sent before you, not to bore you, keeping it live with strategies for life for you to create, dominate, thrive, and maximize.
All right, let's give it up for her. Go ahead, Dr. Perry. You have to send that to us. we gotta thrive. We're gonna continue to thrive. So, oh my gosh, y'all just got me going here tonight. I have enjoyed this episode. You have made it magnificent just being here this evening. We thank you for everybody that's put notes on the side, whether it be Facebook or whether it be YouTube. Like I said earlier, we have an impeccable team of experts that want the best for you. So we're going to get back together. We did say every 2 months, but we may even do it more than that. Probably once a month, we're going to bring something to you. So definitely make sure you tell your friends and your family about it. Share this page, share it. And as I said earlier, follow them on Facebook. They gave you their information with their phone numbers, their email addresses. So we're here for you to be able to see you thrive, survive, and as she said, maximize. We want to maximize it all in 2022 and beyond 2022. So we just want to say thank you for joining this segment with us. Ladies, thank you so much. Dexter, thank you so much. Debbie, thank you so much. And our audience, we just say thank you for being here with us this evening. And were you getting ready to say something?
To bring his face in.
No,
Oh, we're good.
Okay, so we just want to say thank you again for being a part of our show, and just have a magnificent day, and we'll post it either through the Triumphant Magazine or either the Triumphant Magazine show through the YouTube channel, letting you know the next time we'll connect. So until next time, be blessed in every area of your life. Take care. God bless. Take care. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.